The Bay State's senior senator, Democrat Elizabeth Warren, is now halfway through her first Senate term. A good time, we thought, to ask, how's she doing?
I wasn't one who voted for her, but that doesn't mean she's not doing a good job.
She came one time when I was at UMass Boston to give a speech, but kind of in one ear out the other.
Her statement on in the Senate regarding Planned Parenthood and whether it was the 1950s or today was powerful.
She's honest.
She's good on sort of caring about the underdog.
I feel like she was underprepared.
She talks about she's, all, I don't know, big banks, Wall Street. I mean, come on, they're making a ton of money off Wall Street.
Joining us for the OTR Political Roundtable today, Democrat Marianne Marsh is with us, and Republican Patrick Griffin is here as well. Guys, let me ask you, you heard her this morning. Does the senator sound like someone who's running for re-election in 2018 or not?
Well, there are a lot of people who seem to think that Elizabeth Warren's not going to run for re-election, that she's amassed an incredible amount of power in a very short period of time. One email from Elizabeth Warren generates at least $1 million in donations every single time. So she may decide that she should go outside to have more influence on what happens in public policy. You saw how animated she is about that. Like former Senator Jim DeMint did by going over to the Heritage Foundation. Elizabeth Warren may decide that she can get more done outside the United States Senate.
Patrick, what's your read?
My sense is in watching that segment, I don't know. I think Elizabeth Warren's grown too big for the job. The brand has become bigger than Massachusetts. I think Bernie Sanders' success still shows that a lot of people are pining for her on the progressive left of the Democratic Party. And again, she gets very animated by policy. She's very interested in it. But I'm not sure any of the questions that were asked today were really answered. So she sounds like someone who is doing something, but I'm not sure is running for re-election.
She would not weigh in on Joe Biden possibly running. She said a couple of nice things about Bernie Sanders. Do you think she's going to be very slow to endorse Hillary Clinton?
If ever. I mean, we have to remember, Elizabeth Warren signed a letter last year supporting Hillary Clinton's run for the presidency. That's a stubborn fact to get around. So she may never endorse her, and if she does, it probably isn't anytime soon. And if and when she does, they're supporting somebody, and then they're supporting somebody. And Elizabeth Warren didn't seem like she's ready to support anybody at this point.
Is that your read as well, Patrick?
I can tell you this: she doesn't sound like somebody who's ready to endorse Hillary Clinton. That's for sure.
Let me ask you this, and I understand, like she said this morning, she's not even halfway through her term. So, the talk of re-election is whatever. But you know how we are in this game. So if she decides that she's not going to run for re-election, right now, who's on your list of those who would run for that seat?
4 people, and it would be the #1 Senate race in the country if it happened. Joe Kennedy, Seth Moulton, Maura Healey, Marty Walsh. All running in the same primary for that seat.
Interestingly,
even if the others run, you see them all jumping in?
Because Marty Walsh doesn't have anything to lose. Moulton and Kennedy would, and Healey would as well. But it's a U.S. Senate race, and as we know, they don't come up that often, even though we feel like they do here in Massachusetts
Patrick,
lately.
would it give Joe Kennedy the chance to say it's not the people's seat, it's the Kennedy seat? He could run it full. He could run
well,
that
that's
full,
true, and I do
run
think
it full circle.
And I do think that
I'm only joking, by the way. It's a joke.
You are, Ed?
That's a joke.
He doesn't need the
Sounded
email.
pretty
That's
serious.
a joke.
Look, I think that Ed Markey's a code holder for young Joe Kennedy III. I think Marianne's mentioned all very, very serious contenders for this thing, and I'm not sure any of them don't run. But I would say going in, Joe Kennedy is probably the favorite candidate.
Just one point. I mean, the Warren seat comes up before the Markey seat.
No,
okay.
what I'm saying is, if Warren, whether it's Warren or Markey, we're talking about Warren specifically this morning, Joe Kennedy's running for the Senate. It's a question of when.
When only.
Let's move to some state issues. Attorney General Maura Healey will decide this week which referendum questions are constitutional and which could possibly make the ballot. What's your guess, Patrick?
There's 35 or so questions that she's got before her. That's almost as many people as running for president of the Republican Party. It's going to be very, very difficult. I think that, ending Common Core, medical marijuana, there's some very clear, lifting the cap on charter schools, all of these things are up there. She's going to have to sort through the wheat and the chaff because you can't do all of them.
Any surprises, you think?
Well, we know there won't be a Boston 2024 referendum.
Okay, there you go.
Anymore.
Pretty safe.
I think making marijuana legal is one. I think the Citizens United one will make it. The one that would defund abortion in Massachusetts, the public funding, I would have a hard time saying that would make it. And then there are a bunch of of others that have to do with paid leave. And I think both scheduling workers at fast food restaurants and retail and also paid maternity leave, those will make it, I have to believe.
We continue on the record. Stay with us.